Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video is going to go over Marisa's charge jump heavy safe jumps. First things first though, if you like this type of content, if you want to see more of it in the future, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it in year 2, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, with this type of content or tutorial you want to see me produce, please leave a comment, let me know so I can get working on it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Marisa is able to hold down and charge her jump normals. And recently, in Season 2, Capcom changed it so that she has less landing recovery on them, so you can actually use them for safe jumps. Before, that wasn't possible. And it is now, which is pretty cool. There's a timing on this. So, if you charge this too late, it won't come out, and if you charge it too early, it'll whiff. So you want to start holding it down at like the apex of your jump if you're doing it with either jump heavy punch or jump heavy kick from a forward jump. Otherwise, if you're already in the corner, I would recommend just doing neutral jump, down heavy punch as a charge normal, because you almost have to time it to whiff. Like there, I had to go really fast and start it right after I jumped. Otherwise, if you do it at a normal timing, it'll pretty much always hit, just because the hitbox is a lot more vertical. Okay, so I would recommend that if you're already in the corner. Now, primary advantage to this thing, we're plus 18 instead of on the old safe jump, plus 11 after they block it. Which means, instead of frame trapping with towards heavy kick and just getting a gladius if they mash, we can frame trap with charged back heavy punch and get a gigantic combo if they push there. And they can't really push at any point in time, because here we can like combo the trade again into gigantic damage. And, right, if we cancel that into Gladius, we can set up a spacing trap and end their lives if they try to take their turn back. So even though we're -5, still kind of our turn. If you want to see more about that, I made a video about it a couple weeks ago. The other thing we can do is say we don't want to leave any gap, right? Say we're afraid that if we do this, they're going to DP us. Right? Say we're afraid of that. Well, what we could do instead is we could go into towards heavy kick. Right? And we can kind of discourage them from doing that. And I think you can imagine a situation where they start out low on drive gauge and we're able to guarantee that they burn out, right? By either spending more of our own bar or whatever. Where if they have less than 2 bars of drive gauge, we can kind of guarantee that if they block that, they burn out. Okay? So it seems pretty sick, right? Seems pretty strong. Why isn't everybody doing this? Well, something that was making me a little reluctant is you don't really get a whole lot out of it if they get hit. Whereas the regular safe jump, if they for whatever reason get hit, and they shouldn't, but if they for whatever reason they do get hit by it, you can, do like 75% if you have max resources in level 3, right? Or, 77% if you have CA, right? So like, it's really rewarding if they happen to get hit by this, right? If their controller dies or something and they, for whatever reason, get hit by that. I mean, you've seen people get hit by that, right? So it's not nearly as rewarding, where this is, 1,500 damage and plus 75, and you're just like, what do I do with plus 75? So that's what the rest of this video is going to be about. What do we do with plus 75? So if you're not trying to pay attention, right, you're like, man, I don't feel like focusing on if they got hit or they blocked. I just want to go into the option I was going into. Well, sure, if we just do charge back heavy punch regardless, right, we don't care if they hit or block it, right, we end up plus 30. So that means it is pretty much identical to light Dema or light slam, whatever you want to call that knockdown, which is plus 31. So you can go for all the same stuff. Drive rush, charge back heavy punch, drive rush overhead, drive rush manually time a command grab, any of that stuff. Okay. The other option we could look at, right? Well, let's talk about meterless first. So if you don't feel like spending meter off this, frame kill with jab, and that leaves us plus 11, which means we get a 50-50 between command grab and towards heavy kick. Both things will catch mashing, right? This will catch jump out, where this will beat parry, right? Kind of a thing, so you just mix them up. The other option that I looked at is, say you were doing towards heavy kick here. Well, that's plus 37. So that means that it's really similar to medium slam or the Gladius in the corner, right? So you have kind of the same options there. Drive rush charge heavy punch. drive rush meaty command grab, right? All of those types of things. You can also, once again, just like with the other thing, you can frame kill with a jab. And now we can just do charge back heavy punch. Boom, that catches mashing, that catches jump out. Again, you could also like, you know, time a command grab there or something of that nature, right? So it's kind of okie, you already know. What if we're just hitting, you know, sitting here at plus 75 and we want to get into some other advantages? Let's take a look at some of the things there. So there's a couple numbers that I think are really strong for Marisa. The first one of those being plus 42, because that sets up the safe jump. So if you want to get back into a safe jump, you just whiff an uncharged back heavy punch, puts you at plus 42. And then boom, we have another safe jump, and we can loop it as long as they just want to keep getting hit by it. Seems okay. Another frame advantage that's really good is plus 23. That's the same as our forward throw. Sets up a meaty stand heavy punch, which ends up being plus 8 on hit, plus 2 on block. So from plus 75, we need to kill 52 frames to get to plus 23. Easiest way to do that is going to be to whiff crouch medium punch twice. Boom, that was late. Bang, combos in a back heavy punch. Just like so, right? Another frame advantage that I think is really good for her is plus 21. That sets up a drive rush crouch medium kick. That is plus 8 on hit, plus 4 on block. So from there, withstand medium punch twice. And that will be that setup. Ooh, I dropped it. Now you're not going to believe me that it works. God dang, I keep being a frame late. There we go. So the other thing about that knockdown, plus 21, is if you drive rush immediate command grab, that catches mashing too. So it's pretty much a true 50-50 between, hey, am I going to try to parry the crouch medium kick or block the crouch medium kick or eat the command grab? And that's really what it comes down to. The other thing that's really nice about plus 21 is you can hold back and block ODDPs. So they can't ODDP out of it either, which is nice. Other thing I want to look at from here, last thing, is if we frame kill with towards medium punch twice, that leaves us at plus 13, which sets up a meaty stand medium kick, which hits on the last active frame, which is good because it combos into stand medium punch. It's plus 7 on hit, it's gonna be plus 1 on block. But the really good thing about this setup is that is safe against wake up drive reversal, which if you want to know more about that, I covered that in my last Marisa tutorial video. Go check it out. Hopefully this is helpful. As always, have a good time.